Hey guys, Video Max here, and today I'm here with Jordan.
Sup?
And today is the Invoker Windwitch. It's
Yeah.
still Invoker Windwitch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Invoked Which Kaiju.
Oh yeah, Kaiju. And yeah, we haven't done a video, we haven't done this deck yet, and it's pretty interesting. It's complete bollocks, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty pro. We'll get right into the main.
Yeah.
So, starters, 3 Alistair. Don't know what it does. It searches a spell known as Invocation. Card's dumb. Best card in the deck because it's also a Kalut in hand. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Then from the Ice... Is that Ice Spell? Yeah, it's Ice Spell for the Windwitch Engine. So, you play 3 of that, which summons this from deck. You only play 1 because you don't want to draw it. And then when you summon this, it adds this, which can summon from hand if you control 2 wins. So that's pretty good. This is a pretty good line. And then my spicy tech for the engine. My spicy tech for the engine, 1 Palika. Which, like, if you want, I can do a like small combo tutorial at the end for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
For Kaijus, we play 6, because I like Kaijus.
You don't have to run Kaijus in this deck.
You don't
it's
have
just...
to run Kaijus. Like the more common one going around is artifacts, but I like this variant more. Like artifacts has more like main deck light targets, but I like having extra main deck targets for the other fusions as well. Plus the engine's dumb. Like
Personally, guys, I don't like kaijus, but some people still do.
like in the mirror.
It's just my opinion.
Like if you're in a mirror and they're playing artifacts instead, you can just use the kaijus instead of your extra deck. It's pretty stupid. Then we play 3 Ghost Ogre. Card's dumb.
They use
Gets around
You just pop it.
certain things. Yeah, pretty much. If there's an effect you can't deal with normally, you just pop it and then done you. And sometimes you normal summon it if you're really desperate for a synchro summon.
Oh yeah, it's a tuner.
Yeah, for spells.
Sure.
We play 3 Magical Meltdown, which searches Alistair, which in turn searches this card. This shouldn't exist.
No, it shouldn't be able to just recycle itself with the Alistair.
So if you don't know what it does, it can act as normal poly only from hand, but if you are summoning an Invoked, you can banish monsters from your field or either player's graveyard. And then once per turn, when it's in the graveyard, this is a hard once per turn, unfortunately, you can shuffle it back into the deck to add Alistair from the banished area. So that's pretty ridiculous, because then you just never run out, really.
AKA the deck's bust.
Yeah, well, the engine's bust. I wouldn't say the deck's broken. And then we play one book, because why not have a cheeky mask change, am I right? That's pretty much what it does. Tributes an Invoke to summon one with a different attribute.
It's like they merged spellbooks with heroes.
Yeah, pretty much. 3 instant fusion, because you play 4 targets. So, why not? I'll be fair, like, mostly I use this to summon the Dark, to then normal summon Alistair to make Emerald. 3 Wonder Wands, because draw power, like, majority of the deck is spellcasters, why not? And sometimes you just want that cheeky attack boost on an Alistair.
Or the draw.
Yeah, man. 2 Slumber, because I'm playing to the updated ban lists. Card's nuts, it's a board wipe and 3 Kaijus, so essentially 3 invoked monsters, really. Double Terraforming, because you need to see that Meltdown. 2 Chalice, because effect negation. And for traps, 1 warning, 1 strike, 1 bottomless, just basic generic staples.
Why is this purple? No, pink.
No, it's red because Mr. Bagley decided to sign them with a gel pen.
You're a fool.
Yeah, so that's just generic staples for traps, really. We'll go this way for extra. It's just easier. So for extra, 1 Emerald just puts the Windwitch engine back in case it gets dealt with, which more often than not it would. 1 Elysium, You make it with an Invoked and a guy summoned from the extra deck, so what I'll mostly do is, in the turn I make the Emerald, I'll use the Emerald so it's not left on board to make this. What this does is it can banish an Invoked from your field or board, field or grave, and it banishes all monsters your opponent controls of the same attribute, and this counts as all attributes, so you banish it and just banish their board.
Sure.
Yeah. The Fire one's pretty bust. Gains 200 for each card your opponent controls, can attack each monster they control once, and does piercing battle damage, so like if they pendulum a bunch of guys in defense mode, they're dead. The Water one cannot be destroyed by card effect, and can attack in defense mode, using its attack for damage calc. Plays around Mirror Force pretty much, that's about its only use. The Earth. It's a big vanilla booty. The Dark is really bum, not gonna lie. Like I said, I only really summon this if I'm making Emerald out of it. Two Macabre. It's Ultimate Providence on legs. If you don't play it, you're bad. 3 Raijin, this is going to be the one you're making most of the time. Is a Book of Moon. It's pretty self-explanatory. It just prevents them from doing things. We play 1 Winter Bell for Synchros and 1 Clearwing. These are just the level 7s to do the Wind Witch combo. Then I play the Stardust Dragon, because why not? But most of the time you're making Crystal Wing. As for the cheeky Palika combo, I'll just pull out all the pieces. You can either end your board on Stardust Dragon and Clearwing, or you can make Crystal Wing Clearwing. Which, I don't know why you wouldn't make Crystal Wing Clearwing, but like here it doesn't really matter what you make, so sometimes I just make the Stardust. So you can either open just these, so just the Ice Bell and the Palika, or if you open this as well, you can make Stardust Dragon. So what you do is you do the standard combo, so you special summon Ice Bell, to special summon Glass Bell, and then Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, so you search and then they get burned 500. You then special summon this from your hand because you control 2 winds. You Synchro 7 into Winter Bell. Use Winter Bell's effect to target Glass Bell and Bin. They get burned times its level by 200, so that's another 800 burn. Synchro 8 into Clearwing, and at this point you haven't used your normal summon, so you can normal summon Palika to summon Glass Bell back. Synchro 7 into Clearwing. And then if you want, you still control 2 winds. The special summon effect for this isn't once per turn, so you can summon this. Make Stardust Dragon.
But most of the time you just want to...
Most of the time you'd end with this, because it's just better. Because if they target it with something, then you can just negate it with this instead of using this up. Well, yeah, that's about the gist of it. So, there you have it. Wind Witch Invoke Kaiju.
So that has been the Invoked deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.